Guy sitting next to me starts eating pancakes out of a bag.
How's it going, everyone? I'm Brandon, and today I'm going to be telling you guys a little bit of a story. So the other day I'm watching this stand-up comedy special, and it was by Kyle Kinane. He's a very funny comedian. If you guys get a chance, go check out his YouTube or his specials. He's great, funny comedian. You'll recognize him immediately. You'll recognize his voice as the voice from Comedy Central that used to announce the TV shows when we were kids. He'd be like, next up on South Park is blah, blah, blah. And after that, some Drawn Together. That guy. Okay, so anyways, long story short, I was watching his stand-up comedy special and I realized I'm the person in the story he was talking about. I didn't realize it at the time when it was happening that I would become somebody's stand-up comedy special. But I feel like it needs to be addressed, and I'm going to give my perspective of what was going on. So let's get started, shall we?
I'm trying to be more tolerant, There's too many, everybody's got their own thing going on. It's a waste of time to not be open-minded and learn these things. I'm trying to be tolerant, but it's difficult. That tolerance, it's tested routinely. I was on a flight going from Denver to Chicago, and halfway through my flight, midair, 35,000 feet, guy sitting next to me starts eating pancakes out of a bag.
Okay, so I actually remember this day really clearly because I really didn't want to be on that flight.
Not like a Ziploc bag with like a little seal and like a hey, I meant to do this vibe. Like a bag from the store.
So this is the part of the story where I just want to point out, growing up, my dad was kind of an alcoholic. So any money that he could have spent on Ziploc baggies, he spent towards booze. And so that's why we didn't have Ziploc bags. What we did have was what every household had in the 90s, which was a bag full of miscellaneous Walmart bags and King Soopers bags and Target bags that were stuffed haphazardly under the sink. And so what my dad did was he went under the sink, grabbed one of those bags, stuffed the pancakes in, kind of folded it a little bit, and it was good to go.
Not a store that sold pancakes. See, I'm saying like a Foot Locker bag. They give me, they're just loose. They're just loose in there. They're like bingo balls, just loose. And there's nothing wrong with what he was doing, morally speaking. But you gotta realize that if you do some wackadoo shit like eat pancakes out of a shoe store bag on an airplane, you're forcing strangers around you into a world of questions they never anticipated they would ever have to ask.
Well, Kyle, let's try to answer some of those questions, shall we?
First off, First off, all the questions, all of them. First off, every question. Why? How did you get to this point in your life? Where are you going?
I've been a professional DJ since I was 16, and my family's never really supported my dreams at all, or really supported anything I do. So it was just, this was, I was in my 20s, and my dad had been dating this woman that was one of my teachers growing up, that it turns out actually used to send me to detention so that my dad would come in. So she actually kind of ruined my childhood just to see my dad. And so they'd been dating for a little while, and she admitted to all that. I just want to point out that this isn't me speculating. She admitted that she ruined my childhood on purpose. So they'd been dating, and my dad's never been supportive of my dream of being a DJ. So she gave him the idea, well, what if you send your son to Job Corps? So my dad gave me the ultimatum: you can be homeless and a DJ, or you can go to Job Corps and learn to be a chef. So I decided, well, looks like I'm learning to be a chef, which was a really tough decision for me because the same day that the plane left for Job Corps, I was supposed to perform on MTV. And it would have been a really life-changing experience. But my dad kind of took that experience from me and said, no, you don't get that experience. You're going to Job Corps. So I really didn't want to be on this plane to begin with.
Because, that's not. How do you wind up? If you're on an airplane, you're on there with purpose. You're fighting gravity to travel through the sky to land on another part of the Earth's crust. Nobody's like waking up casually like Amelia Earhart, like, I think I'll take to the skies today. You have purpose. You have reason to fight nature, to go somewhere else. How do you have that purpose in your life, but still do it with hastily packed hobo snacks in your midst?
Well, you see, Kyle, the thing is I smoke a lot of weed, and I'd actually forgotten that I was even supposed to get on a plane that day. My dad kind of dropped this on me like 2 or 3 days before, so I really didn't even know. I had forgotten that we'd even talked about Job Corps or any of that. I was actually thinking about the MTV gig, and I was thinking about ditching it and going to the MTV gig and doing that. But then my dad woke me up that morning with the pancakes and was like, here you go, off to Job Corps with you, son.
That's not how you catch a plane. You're not like, is this one going southbound? Haven't seen Grapefruit Joe in a while.
How dare you disrespect Grapefruit Joe, Kyle? Didn't you know he's one of my best friends? We go on all the flights together.
Drop in, we'll share some beans. That's not how you catch a plane. Usually getting to an airport, that's your number one priority in the day. I don't care what happens, I'm gonna get to that airport. I'll lose a hand, I'll fix it when I get there. Just get me to the airport. This guy was number 4 or 5 on his list.
Oh, you're not wrong, Kyle. This was number like 3 or 4 on my list. Number 1, MTV. Number 2, get stoned.
This guy's like, I know I got a flight, but it is Tuesday, and you know what happens on Tuesday? Silver dollar flappies. That's what happens. Tuesday's silver dollar flapjack day. A lot of people say, hey, how come you make the silver dollar ones? I make them that way. I don't make them full size. I make them smaller because I can eat more of them, and I get more of a sense of accomplishment. And so I like to do that. And that's a lot of batter over there, but I'll freeze it off. I don't have to eat them all, but I'll make them all, and I'll freeze them in Ziploc bags, and when I need them, I'll just have them ready. What time is it? Oh, shit, I gotta go!
All right, so here's the thing about these pancakes. So the night before, my dad had made the pancakes because he knew that I had to wake up at super, super early. My flight was at 4 a.m. out of the Colorado Springs airport, and that I had a layover. Then I had a layover at the Denver airport for a couple hours. So my dad packed me these pancakes, thinking like he's gonna need breakfast, he's gonna need something to eat. So he packed me pancakes in a little container of syrup. And when I was at the airport, I ended up eating at the McDonald's. So I didn't eat the pancakes when I was sitting at the airport.
What's around? Well, I did buy some new shoes the other day. Foot Locker bag, shovel. Not Bindle, boxcar, airport. Woo, made it. And he got on the plane. He's on the plane, meaning we went through security.
I did indeed go through security. But here's the thing. They were so focused on the fact that I had a little tiny container full of syrup that they like held everything up for a second, but they didn't realize I had a joint in my back pocket. So they took my syrup, but they let me keep my marijuana.
He went through an x-ray machine. His stuff went through. Pancakes got x-rayed that day.
This is a fact. They did put my bag through the x-ray thing. But like I said, they were more concerned about the syrup in my bag that they didn't even notice the pancakes. They didn't give two fucks about the pancakes. They were concerned about my syrup. And so I did what anybody would do. And I got on my plane with my pancakes. And I went to Colorado Springs Airport. I had my layover. I went to the McDonald's when I was in the Denver airport. And there's a little smoking section, like somewhere off to the side over here. And I smoked that joint and rethought my entire life. And so I sat there smoking this joint in the airport. Nobody said anything to me. They weren't like, sir, are you smoking a joint in the airport? Nope, nothing. I sat there and smoked my joint in the airport, rethought my fucking life choices, and ate a McGriddle.
A TSA agent, somebody with a badge and responsibility, if they were fulfilling even a fiber of their requirements of keeping the skies safe, somebody had to at least just like mumble something. Sir, is this a bag of pancakes? It is. Oh, yeah. It's pancakes, yeah. Well, I've never dealt with it before either. I'm gonna say go ahead. I don't know.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it happened.
We might get an earful for this, but right now, bon voyage. That's what I'm gonna say. And when you eat pancakes out of a bag in a semi-public place, there are rules. First off, let people know what you're getting into. Make a little announcement. Hey everybody, I got a bag of pancakes over here. Don't get freaked out.
All right, so here's the thing. I was really stoned from that joint. I was beyond stoned from that joint. I knew that this was going to be my last joint for a long time because I was going to Job Corps. I don't know where to get weed at Job Corps. So I got ridiculously stoned. I smoked that whole joint to myself. And so I got on this plane and I was stoned as hell. And I start thinking to myself, like, you know what sounds really good? Those pancakes that my dad made.
Offer them around.
You know, I thought about that, but then I was like, I don't want to be that weird guy on the plane that's offering people pancakes.
No, you don't have to go front and back, just same row. Don't worry, nobody's taking any. It's just a gesture. See, they are in fact pancakes. Would you care for some? No? I understand.
This is the part in the story where I just want to point out just how stoned I was. I was starting to get paranoid. I actually reached into my bag and I was like, man, if I reach into this bag right now, people are going to think like I'm like the Unabomber or something. Because I had my backpack and my laptop and all this stuff in there. And I just remember, if I'm shuffling in a bag, you don't want to be the guy shuffling in a bag on a plane. And I was like sitting there thinking like, man, everybody's gonna like, everybody's looking at me right now. And I thought about it. I was like, everybody's looking at me right now. I am stoned. I am probably extra paranoid at this moment because I've never been on a plane and been high before. But today I'm going to be part of the Mile High Club, a different kind of Mile High Club, not the normal Mile High Club everybody else is part of, but I'm going to be part of my own Mile High Club where I'm just stoned as shit on a plane. And so I'm reaching in my bag and I've got the munchies. So I pull out these pancakes and I'm looking around the plane like. And I even remember looking at the guy sitting next to me. It's funny because now I know that was Kyle Kinane, but I remember looking at him and being like, yeah, motherfucker, these are some pancakes.
Then when you go to eat them with your hands, because my man did not have fork and knife on his person, you eat them one at a time. Driver's ed style, 10 and 2. You take a little nibble out of 12, and you hold in your lap till you're ready for another bite. You follow those rules, go crazy. Hell, I like your style. Way to usurp inflated airport pricing. No, I got my own. Good move.
That's the moment when I decide to make an executive decision, and I decide, you know what, I'm not going to be the weird guy in the plane eating pancakes. I'm going to own this shit. I'm going to eat these pancakes with some dignity. Like, yeah, motherfuckers, I got pancakes. What of it?
This fucking guy. He starts off, he's just rustling around under there. He's just rustling. You can't rustle on an airplane this day. It's suspicious.
See, I told you. I just said that.
He's rustling. He's kicking up odors. Now we got people, is that breakfast? I smell breakfast. You're not supposed to smell food on a domestic flight. All it takes is one paranoid weirdo to be like, I think hydraulic fluid smells like breakfast. We're going down. Now we're all in a panic. Because you don't know what hydraulic fluid smells like. Gets the bag out, rips it open with a confidence like, yeah, I'm eating all these bitches. Rips it open, starts rooting around in there, doing this cotton candy thing. rooting around. But he's not looking in the bag. He's looking up and off into the distance with this look of glazed determination on his face. The kind of look you only see on the faces of people that are neck deep in swamp water because they're going to catch a catfish with their bare hands.
And from my perspective, I just want to say I was really stoned and slightly paranoid, and I was already alert to the fact that I was ruffling around in a backpack, trying to find pancakes and trying to figure out how I was going to make this seem like I was a sane person to the people sitting across from me on the aisle that were looking at me, because I was looking kind of off in the distance, because as I was shuffling through my bag, I seen some lady just staring down the aisle at me, just looking at me like, what are you pulling out of the bag? What's in the bag? What do you got in there? And I'm just trying to look at this lady and be like, look, it's just pancakes.
You know, just like, come on, get him! Pulls his hand out. He's got 2 or 3 just in a grip, in a fist. He's not going discreet under the chin. He's not going like, hey, I'm sorry for this, under the chin. He's going over the top, just like 93 Jordan layup style, just ha! Dropping them in, then looking around with an attitude after each bite. Like, snack time, motherfuckers. Boom. Jealous much? Are you shitting me? I'm a Delta Gold member. I gotta sit next to this. No syrup? You go straight to hell. Because I don't know where you get syrup in a situation like this. Probably another bag, seeing as how this dude operates. But even then, unwritten rules of decent society state you open up that bag of syrup, you pour it into your original bag of pancakes, and you tie it off nice and tight and shake it around for even coverage. Because you might be making a bit of a mess, but at least people are like, well, he's not gonna eat them dry like a psychopath.
Trust me, Kyle, that's exactly what I would have done if TSA hadn't taken away my fucking syrup. So long story short, I got off the plane, I went to Job Corps, immediately when I got there, they gave me a drug test, and somehow I passed the drug test and went to culinary school, finished culinary school, and I just gotta say, if I can pass a drug test literally just after being that stoned, anyone in America can do anything. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I hope you've enjoyed my breakdown of what happened in this story from my perspective.